Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a new kind of global race. Seriously, it's not about weapons or land, it's about something that is totally reshaping our world as we speak: artificial intelligence. And for every country out there, the big question is shifting. It's no longer just how do we use AI, but who gets to be in the driver's seat, who gets to build it and control it.
So let's just start with a huge what if. What if an entire country, as a matter of national priority, decided, you know what, we're going to build our own ChatGPT. We're not talking about just a company project, but the full weight and power of a nation, all aimed at creating its very own foundational AI model.
Well, guess what? This is not a hypothetical. It's really happening. South Korea is doing exactly that. They've launched one of the most ambitious national tech projects we've seen in a long time. So let's break down how on earth they plan to pull this off.
All right, so the first piece of the puzzle is all about assembling the best of the best. The government has literally created what they're calling an AI national team. Think of it like the Avengers, but for tech. It's a powerhouse group of the country's biggest champions, all working together on one single mission.
So who made the team? Well, it's a really smart mix of established giants and, these nimble, innovative players. You've got the massive telecom and hardware muscle of SK Telecom and LG. Then there's Naver, which dominates search and data in Korea. You've got a gaming giant in NCSoft, and then a super sharp AI startup called Upstage. The goal for this all-star lineup? To build Korea's own large language and vision models right from scratch.
But you have to wonder, why go through all this trouble? Especially when there are already these incredible ready-to-use tools from American big tech. Well, the answer gets at this really powerful idea that is completely reshaping geopolitics right now: AI sovereignty. At its heart, sovereign AI is pretty much a declaration of digital independence. It's a national game plan to control your own AI destiny, from the data it learns on to the actual computer chips it runs on. The main idea here is to break free from depending on other countries and make sure your nation's digital future is aligned with your own national interests.
A good way to think about it is like a national power grid. You would never want another country holding the main switch, right? Well, that's kind of the choice countries are facing now with AI. On one side, you can just plug into foreign systems, but that means your sensitive national data is getting processed overseas by tech that's aligned with foreign goals. The other path, the sovereign one, means your data stays home and the AI is built specifically for your key industries, whether that's advanced manufacturing or public healthcare.
And this isn't just a South Korean thing, not by a long shot. This whole quest for AI sovereignty has basically kicked off a brand new global race. Nations all over the world are waking up and realizing they need to build their own AI ecosystems.
And you can see this happening everywhere, each with its own local flavor. France, for instance, is backing Mistral AI, really pushing for an open-source model that works with all the EU rules. Japan is laser-focused on AI for its world-class medical and manufacturing sectors. And India is building something called Bharat GPT to supercharge its massive digital government services. The tactics are different, but the strategic goal, it's exactly the same: self-reliance.
Okay, so let's follow the money. If you want to understand the real economic impact here, where is the cash actually flowing? It's not as simple as just betting on one AI company. This national push for sovereignty is sparking an entire economic ecosystem all around it.
The money isn't just going into the flashy AI models themselves. A huge chunk of it is being poured into the boring but essential foundations. You need a ton of GPU infrastructure. We're talking about those specialized chips. And you need massive data centers just to get in the game. From there, the capital flows to specialized startups that can build cool things on top of these models, and of course, to the software platforms that make it all easy for businesses to actually use.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole strategy. The MIT Tech Review put it perfectly. Building the model, that's just firing the starting gun. The real economic revolution, the real prize, comes from how a country's factories and hospitals and schools actually apply that AI. That's the real endgame here.
So let's bring it back to South Korea. What does the future of their KAI project actually look like on a timeline? Well, they've laid out a very clear, very ambitious roadmap for the next few years.
The plan really unfolds in two big phases. For the next few years, until 2027, the focus is all on getting the engine running. We'll start to see the first pilot projects in the public sector, and there's going to be a massive surge in demand for all that hardware we talked about. But then, looking out towards 2030, the goal gets even bigger. The aim is to have over half of all AI used in the country be homegrown, setting the stage for the final transformation.
And that's the bottom line. That's the ultimate goal. It's about completely flipping the script. South Korea wants to go from being a nation that mostly consumes foreign AI to becoming a global powerhouse that produces and exports its own.
And this whole global push for self-reliance leaves us with a really fascinating high-stakes question. As more and more nations go down this path, will sovereign AI create a world with more tailored, more competitive innovation? Or does it risk fracturing our digital world, replacing the idea of an open internet with all these competing AI blocks and digital walls? That is the pivotal question this whole trend leaves us with. Thanks for joining The Explainer.